Hi guys, how's it going? Well, today we're going to talk about can you live off-grid, or can you live self-sustainably with little to no money? And so we'll discover that in this video. But first, before I get there, I wanted to apologize, I guess, a little bit, and at the same time say, hey, that's life. So I know I've been a talking head when it comes to the dome activity and when it comes to talking about off-grid stuff and that sort of thing. And the reason for that is that A, the dome's not built yet, and B, I don't live off-grid anymore. I used to, and had I still lived off-grid, I'd be showing you all the stuff that I talk about. But the good news is that once I do go off-grid again, and that is the intent by building this dome, that I'll be showing you those things that I used to do and so much more because of what I've learned since then. And once you start becoming known, and in this case, I'm not exactly known, but getting my name out there, getting the effort out there, then people start to kind of blast you a little bit. And I have been blasted by a few folks. And so that's what's going on. And so if you're one of those who would rather see it build, I understand. And I will start doing those things here very soon. But until then, please bear with me as I just bring awareness to things like sustainability, DIY building, that the dome's coming, that I can build domes for you, that I'm going to be building my own dome. How-tos, even though they're only verbal right now, I'll try to keep it low and put as many pictures in as I can. At least for now, you're gaining a small smidgen of understanding. Later, I'll open up an entire community of teaching and education, doing even on-site videos, on-site events, hand-in-hand videos. Guys, you are not going to suffer from lack of knowledge when it comes for what I'm doing, all right? So, can you live off-grid with little to no money? And the answer is yes. I did it for 6 years. Now, the way that I did it is I did it by going to farmers who needed help. You can do this on your own, but you can also do it through an organization called Woofer. And there's a couple other out there. You can check them out. But what you do is you exchange your time for a little bit of living on their land, and some even provide food. So then you don't have to provide food or lodging. You can live on their land, whether it's in a tent or maybe housing they have. I built the geodesic dome on a guy's place, and I did mine through word of mouth. So now for you, you have to keep things in mind. What do you have to have when you live? You have to have usually a phone, right? So you have to make a little bit of money. Now, the way that I made money is I sold produce for this guy, and I earned a little bit of money by selling produce at farmers markets. So you can make a little bit of money. Now, I made less than $5,000 a year, and this paid for insurance on the car. I did maintain a car, gas in the car, and for my phone. And that's all I needed. Now, if you don't need the phone, great, get rid of it. If you can't find a woofing opportunity in your area, talk to local farmers. Otherwise, what you're going to have to do is you will have to save up a little bit of money to buy things first. Buy a small piece of land. You're going to have to worry about land one way or another. So you either buy the land or you farm share it with somebody, guys. You're going to have to get tiny. So to live off what I just talked about, insurance, gas, and phone, most people can't live just on those things. It took me a long time to get tiny. I lived in 2 homes, 2 3,000 square foot homes, one in Colorado, one in New Jersey. In those homes, I had the trappings that everybody else has. I had car, motorcycle, boat in one. So I had to get rid of those things, and I did so slowly. I made a decision early on that I want to do this, so I knew I was going to have to get rid of things. So I sold things, I gave things away, and those types of things. I put some stuff in storage that I just didn't think I could do without. So you have to make a decision. How small do you want to go? And if you don't want to go small, then you're going to have a little bit of money to either put stuff in storage or to build yourself an off-grid style home. Now you can go real off-grid, you can build just a cabin, tiny home, or you can do what I'm doing now, and I will be building a normal size family home that has all the trappings, so I am using money to do that. So again, yes, you can live off-grid with no money or little money. Again, I did it for about $5,000 a year, and I was even able to put some back because I grew my own food. I'm vegan, so it was a little easier. So just produce that we grew around the year, I was able to eat it. You can live on somebody's land in woofing that has animals, and if they choose to use them as livestock, that's up to you. I don't recommend it, but if that's the direction that you're in, there's also that opportunity, okay? So what else can I tell you about that? Those are really the necessities of life. If you generate trash, you need to come to an understanding either with the person you're woofing with, the person you agreed with, or if you live somewhere in the boondocks, you're going to have to come up with a little money for the trash guys to come by, or you just burn it. It's what we did when I was a kid. We burned everything. Good news is all your produce and a lot of your stuff that you have, you can actually put in a biodigester, which I talked about in a previous video. That biodigester will make fuel for you, will make fertilizer for you. So this is a good thing. What else do we need to talk about? So I talked about the vehicle. Electricity. If you're woofing, you usually don't have to worry about it. For me, what I did, I didn't want to use the guy's electricity, so I bought a few solar panels. I didn't need much. Bought a battery backup system, so I had enough for a couple days, and I got solar for what I needed. Otherwise, if you don't want to go the solar route, just live like the old time people did. Go to bed when the sun goes down. Get up when the sun comes up. Buy a small battery charger for what you need for your phone or your laptop, and you can do it that way. Or you can do what I'm going to do in the dome, and I'm going to have a full solar array with multiple batteries that will last me about a week, just in case something happens. If you're in an area that has wind, you can do wind. And if you live in an area with running water, then you can do generation by water as well. If you do enough research, you can find that you can do perpetual energy machines. I'll be showing you how to do this much later, but they are out there. All right, what else? Make sure I don't miss anything. Trash, internet. So you can on your phone, you can do hotspot on your phone, right? So you can do exclusively on the phone. You can do hotspot for your laptop. You can also go to Dunkin' Donuts and go to Panera. You can go to places that have Wi-Fi. Maybe you are woofing with somebody and they'll have Wi-Fi. So if you need the internet, those are options that you can actually do that are very cheap and on the down low. Talked about our food, electricity. We talked about health. It goes without saying, usually in an environment like this, you're not buying a lot of trash food, hopefully not, because you don't have a lot of money anyway. You can be growing your own food, so hopefully that gambit is covered. And I think that's about it, guys. Really, you have to think tiny. You have to think different if you want to do this. And if you only want to do part of it, you can do part of it. Anything that I just talked about or more. If there's something that you want to do that you're not sure about, give me comments, ask me questions. Like I said, I did this for 6 years, and I've got a lot of knowledge when it comes to living off-grid, self-sustainable, and working for work share style type things. And we're going to be doing a lot more in the future. So again, if you have any questions, let me know, shoot them down below, and I'll answer as I can. Peace out, guys.